Military family balls of steel are fiction. Starting with this, Ed's one of John the Military Pitbull Project's guys cleaning up the streets so we can clean up the world. And Ed picks up Jed. Jed works in a missile silo. Don't worry, there are plenty of replacements. Jed's one of those street guys. It's our fiction. Plenty of folks being them. Oh, these are the high level stuff, not what you might see around me. At least most of the time. These are folks that have the same tumors in their chest or in their head or wherever they might have them, accurate down to the hairs. And Ed picks up Jed and said the military fucked up again in Eagle Rock. He means the crybabies, the amateurs. Can't think their way out of a wet paper bag. They fucked up again in Eagle Rock, so we're going to take you to give you a little education. As he drives them, he says, we can't have you in missile silos. A Jed. We can't have you. We don't care if you're the head of a major agency, federal agency, or in missile silos. We can't have you jeopardizing the world and with the work you do, because you can't control what goes on in Eagle Rock, and you're going to see, as you have had for the whole time Melton Stone Cold has been in Eagle Rock. You've seen the consequences. And Ed takes Jed to where they're hanging worst ever family balls of steel, uncles and aunts and grandpas and brothers and sisters. And he explains, this is going to get ever worse. It's going to go to those little corners of the world the very accurate folks like you think they're protecting. Their little corners of the world as the misfit pod people of the Mormons, the Latter-day Saints, do what they did in Eagle Rock. They staged events today. I'll tell you about that. I wanted to get some water. I need to hydrate. It's part of growing a new body, growing a whole new pair of eyes. And check out those stigmata eyes lately. They really light up nowadays. And I went up to get 3 jugs of water, and the Mormons there at the CVS had a little show going on with the machine. Threw the nickel I got back as change out into the parking lot. I'm in a wheelchair. It's kind of hard for me to roll out and get the change wherever the hell it went. And to make sure it was not just a fluke, as part of the taunting, the Lori demon from hell, personal knife in the back from Louisiana, part of the couple demon from hell in Louisiana. To let me know as part of that, I got back, they taunted in that characteristic tale, the Great Wall of China tale. That tells me it is the demon Lori style of taunting. I had to put quarters in the machine to get it to wash, and the last 2 wouldn't go in till I beat the hell out of it. And it started, remember, to have my check and post imagery as cards at your Halloween, your Christmas, your Thanksgiving parties. This is all my show to get you to pick up. I'm telling you about the real life show people are putting on in Eagle Rock. Why did I have to do my own laundry? It's very hard to get into the laundry room there, and I've got a nice lady who drives me to my doctor's appointment. Drove me a couple days ago, and would be driving me hopefully next month. But they're putting on a show, as with everything around me. Make documentaries left and right, and tie them to these folks with the very high level Jed kind of stuff. Same tumors in the same places. Same hairs accounted for. Tie them to that, make a video, because this is us cleaning up the streets, our fictional stuff, and we got to get to it. And as I went in, had one drunk guy, apparently Lori the demon bitch from hell, managing the pod people, and they're this one, that one, the other one. The Stone Cold one, the computer one, the spaceship one, I'm not sure what that means. The cop one, managing that, as they were taunting in that fashion. The lady who does my washing is not here, and being very obvious about getting out of that. Hack, cough, And yeah, when you see 4 or 5 in and out of the shoes in a single day like that, doing the same thing, well, someone can make their nose run. And we got 5 of them 1.5 foot shorter, 1.5 foot taller, 100 pounds heavier. We got them, and they've all got the snot, so it must be them. This is the demon from hell being obvious as shit. And it's going to have an impact on you, as Ed is explaining to Jed. Don't worry, there's plenty of other Jeds, and you don't want this one in the missile silo. That's what John explains. When they get them, too. Here's last month's. Check and post 5, and all of these things, you can print them out. Print it out. Your favorite check and post in 5-1, and in the real world, guys. Now, this is my fun fixing to get your attention, get you to pick up your phone. Try to call me, 424-229-4140. Oh, I saw on the, not on the news, but on a little bite thing on the internet, someone threw a Russian flag at the buffoon president. Throw fucking reality at him. And especially those who manage them. Throw fucking reality at that buffoon. Go figure the guy with the Russian eyebrows is in bed with the Russians. Show them how many are checking and posting and seeing their access to firemen. They don't know when else their phone won't be allowed to work because they're placing buffoons. That's comic relief after the Hussein placing. Placing someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. Throw reality at that fraud of an administration instead of a comic show on wrestling show on the evening news. Someone threw a Russian flag at the guy. Check and post in 5, guys. And yes, in my Mean Street Picks, and I'll get that over with. They take Jed to witness a whole lot of stuff, including the Danny. He's now hanging with his uncle, Billy. He's hanging with him. Billy is missing 20 items. Took him off 1 a day. He's been there 20 days. And when John saw Danny there, he didn't really care about his family. He's eating popcorn, watching the show as they remove the next knuckle on Billy. He knew it was time. Oh, there's one of those things you can hand out by the score, guys, this holiday season. Try to call me, 424-229-4140. Make a video of whatever you get when you don't get me, and pray you don't get the fire. When you're calling up the firemen and the police, pray you don't get it then. And try to call me in front of every network news anchor, local news anchor, mayors, governors, all of them. Reporters, famous and not so famous. Why the hell aren't you covering this? Why the hell aren't you doing something about this? He's been asking for 9 years for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Ask him, post. It takes just 5 minutes to make a video like this with your phone of another American's lifeline being hijacked as you try to call me. There's a nice card to hang out by the score. I always thought it was bad taste placing someone named Hussein, our highest office in the world, right after 9/11, when we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. Hand that out by the score. Hand this one out. Trump's phone gate. That's the address to certified to 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. John Milton Brady's full name, not one bit of certified mail. Yes, the guy with medical research being passed by with the stigmata eyes. They're growing a new pair. Medical research being passed by. Check it out. Hand out your famous, your favorite Concerned American 93 check card. Hand them out by the score. And yeah, let me get back to my mean attention getting fiction. Danny, he cares now about his uncle Billy. He's hanging with him. And you know what? A father who, a father, he's an 80-year-old man, who cares about his 50-year-old son. He's in good shape for an 80-year-old. He is beating the shit out of Danny. He's only got one arm. The rest have been removed. He keeps that one arm to help with the family, military family, balls of steel. And Ed tells Jed, you know, this is your future. You want to be the one-armed guy? You want to be the guy who doesn't give a shit about his own family? What's happening in Eagle Rock with the Chinese asshole crumbling wall, it is dragging you to that place where this man is right now. They watch as he beats the hell out of He's big muscles on that one arm. Beats the hell out of Danny. I'm melting some cartridge, print out my stuff. You know, my mean stuff, my fire and brimstone, my funny, my Tommy parables explaining the streets. Tell it in your own words, retell it. And, yeah, hand out these cards by the score. Get my work everywhere and tell everyone. This is my Gates livelihood. When you can't reach me, you can't reach a customer. Whatever boring thing you get, the phone ringing, error message, busy signal. You get to leave a message, I don't get it, you don't show up on my caller ID, my call log, my call record. And you don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. But that's your customers as well. Next time you're calling up, you get a phone ringing, busy signal, and it's not busy in their hand. That's your Gates livelihood, so someone with a bigger name can get business. And oh yeah, when I got back, I had to go up and down the elevator a few times. I got to go in another 20 minutes. I got back, they had a man there. I'm waiting to get on the elevator, and he goes, beep, beep. One of those fast things in the cartoons or something. Yeah, they didn't like, I got news for you guys, one thing or another. Which do you think it is? Me working alone, they got www.meltonprints, MELTONPRINTS, where you can find this stuff to print out. If you tried to print out my graphic art before, you found it, crop stuff off, backgrounds, keep that. But only if you're printing for 4x6. Look at those parties for the 5x7s, 8x10s. Find out what, you know, that girl you like. What's her favorite beautiful image, and get it an 8x10, but you gotta look at those parties, or you gotta size it up yourself. I'm working one man alone, and what's worse, guys? Me working alone and getting my meltonprints.blogspot.com, www.meltonprints.blogspot.com, updating my Tommy parables for everything from June at least, if not a few before then, daily. June of this year through end of October now. And they hate those Tommy parables because they illustrate truth or fun fiction, but you can see a little bit of the real world in them, can't you? They hate that. The beep beep guys. I got news for you, I'm going to get even quicker. And those 1,000 disciples worldwide are going to get even better at getting these things here out. And setting in motion and tearing down that great wall of evil that is around all of us, has placed someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world and is responsible for just me being in all this imagery. What the hell do you think is worse, guys? Me doing all this stuff here on my own, or having a little guidance from afar? Look for a little retribution for being obvious as shit. And oh yeah, the caretakers of recent times have placed a sharp knife in the thing over there, the tray, twice, telling you it's a Chinese checklist thing. I reach out, want my knife cut with my meat. And there it is. I'm very observant. I'm not always observant. And yes, has left that curtain out of the bathtub. The shower thing there, it's a very small on the ground kind of thing that guards the water, and left it out twice because it's a Chinese asshole checklist. Jed, I don't care how meticulous they are that manages you, you're going to see them as Danny, as Billy, promise from the one and only. From those pathetic ones who freaked in 2014 when I assembled this thing for Memorial Day, the one early in the year. The ones you freak then, just like they got living excrement outside freaking, you don't hear that often here. They freaked and have been dragging you down, Jed. They're going to drag you down even more till you grow a pair of fucking balls. excuse my language. Spent too much time on Skid Row and Hussein's Little Arabia. Till you can grow a fucking pair of balls. You're going to be dragging your family to mean places. They got plenty of replacements. It's our fiction. Promise been one only. Come clean house. I know you got folks who can have the cleaning lady, the late caretaker, who drives me to my appointments. I know you can replace her on the spot, and she won't be putting knives upside down in my drawers. You'd better do that, guys. Or you're going to see a hell of a lot. What will make you puke because it looks like you're a Jet. And is Jet. Because you can't grow a pair of balls and clean up the living shit Chinese and Eagle Rock. Here's that jet up in the air. That's support. Aim high, fly, fight, win. This we will defend. Honor, courage, commitment. Semper Fidelis, of course, and Semper Paratus. You hear that jet up in the air be on the side of, in the very real world, no Stone Cold fixing here. Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets. Be on the side of children and the truth. Make that check and post call. Hand out these check and post cards left and right as you watch the Three Stooges. Put on that Russian show on the TV every evening. Hand out your favorite check and post in 593 check card. Yell all of America laughing at the damn Chinese managing Trump. The buffoon. Come see me in person. Let's get started. Building a better world. Simple concept. You make the video. You got the timestamp on your phone. The number dial 424-229-4140. And they are worried enough. Those who reached out to the Russians. No, they reached out to the Muslims. And fed that arm in the wood chipper. And now they're missing both arms. And they're pathetic as hell. They're worried as hell. Because they've got to alter phone records to cover up their crimes. That's not a very fictional street thing, is it? You make that video for a very real thing. You not reaching me, certify that mail, make a video of it, and come see me in person. Have Whitwell Travis showing the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. And yes, once again, Jed'S. What goes on in Eagle Rock should be going on in Santa Monica as they do those fictional crucifixions. When it isn't, it is damning you, Danny and Billy. Promise from one and only. The streets are mean.